Now, early in your notes, we looked at a for next statement, and we looked at it with regards to entering a sales figure, and we gave them 3 attempts using my counter, and the for next gave them 3 attempts to enter a sales figure greater than 60,000. Now, a variation of the for next statement is the for each next statement, where I want to look at each cell in a collection of cells and perform some sort of action. So to demonstrate this, first of all, I'm going to close this particular chapter 4 file. So file, close, and I'm going to open a file, called budget 2. And I just want to save this as, so I'm going to press the shortcut key F12. I'm going to just save this as chapter 5 and ensure that it's a macro enabled workbook and save. Okay. I would also, in the Visual Basic Editor, like to insert a module. So I'm just going to choose Insert from the menu and Module. And then I'm just going to choose View from the menu and bring up the Properties window, because I want to name this module Mod for each. And enter. And now I can get rid of the Properties window. Now, what I'm wanting to do is, first of all, in the spreadsheet, click on D7 and just acknowledge that we have a sheet called Budget 2012. Now you can type the code, or I'm just going to go to the code file, and I'm after a sub procedure called sub change to bold, and I'm just going to copy this into the Visual Basic Editor. But again, if you want to type it in the name of practice, that would be awesome. Okay, so what we have is a sub procedure called change to bold. I'm declaring my cell as a range, and then for each my cell, so for each cell in the sheet Budget 2012 and in the range D7 to U12, I'm looking at each cell in that range in that sheet. Now, if the value in that cell is greater than 100, then I want my cell to be bold. I want my cell to have an interior color blue and a font color white. Otherwise, I want my cell just to not be bold. And it's going to go for each cell in that range, in that sheet. So let's try this. So if I click in the sub procedure and press F8, so it's looking at the first cell and it says if it's greater than 100, which it is because it's dropped into this if section, then it's bold, and it's just done the bold. It's got a blue background and it's got a white font, end if. Then it grabs the next cell. Now it's not actually moving to the next cell, I'm noticing. So if the cell is greater than 100, what I might do here is just say my cell select. So then when I go F8, it'll select the cell, so it's moved now to E7. It's making it bold, it's making it blue, it's making it white, and it's moving to the next. So as I cycle through this, if the value is greater than 100 in that range, it's formatting accordingly. Now I might make another change. If it's not greater than 100, then I want my cell to have an interior color of, say, BB yellow, and my cell to have a font color equal to maybe BB red. So let's try this. So I'm just stepping through it. Most of these values are greater than 100. I'm slowly making my way across to U7. And there's my first yellow, which is T7 because there's nothing in there. And at this point I might just press F5 and just let it run. And there you see it there. It's affected the whole range, D7 to U12, and if a cell in that range had a value that was greater than 100, it did this to it. If it was less than or equal to 100, then it made it yellow and red. Now, what I'd like to do also is we've looked at the when statement, and this is a perfect candidate for a when statement. So what I'd like you to do is to modify this code utilising a when statement. So what I'll do here is say, okay, for each cell, with my cell, if, and I can take this out, keep the full stop, if its value is greater than 100, then select it, make it bold, make it blue, make it white. Otherwise, I might select it, make it not bold, make it yellow, and make it red. Now, with the with has to be an end with. And this is where indenting is good. Here's the for and here's the next. Put them on the same sort of like level. Here's the with, indent that, and here's the end with, indent that. Here's the if and the end if, indent all of that. And in fact, indent the whole lot like that. So then you've got your sub, end sub, for, next, with, end with, if, end if. And it just helps you make sure that everything is paired correctly.